Hey guys, Funkymusic here. Got a request to do a video rather on some of the mounts and how to farm some of the mounts here in Warmane. The quickest way, honestly, I can give you is go ahead and get Atlas loot. You're gonna be able to search any mount. If you don't know where these mounts are, we're gonna kind of go through them. But there's a lot of mounts to be found in the game. A lot of them come from reputation. Farming them from bosses, etc. So we're going to kind of go through some of the ones I've got. I'm still working towards the 100. I think I'm at 86, 88, somewhere around there. So I'm slowly working on it here and there, but we're getting there. So let's go ahead and just go through some of them. I would definitely get Atlas loot. It'll help you find some of these mounts if you're looking for them. So Invincible's Reigns, one from Lich King, if you haven't got that one. And the thing with my mounts is I don't like to donate for my mounts. I've donated for one in particular, and that was the Swift Spectral Tiger after the Moltdown, and I donated for the Ironbound, because it's my favorite mount of all time. So those two were donated for after the Moltdown, just to have something until I got my reps up and started getting all the gold and whatnot back. So just a FYI, that's what why I have those two. But everything else I've farmed. Invincible's Reigns, got that one. Lich King. Winter Spring Frost Saber. You see a lot of people with this one. That is actually out here. Ever look? You're going to go up to Frost Saber Rock on top of this rock. Way at the peak at the top of this rock, you'll see it. Big ass gray rock. Up there, you're going to talk to a guy. He's going to give you a quest. You're going to start getting rep. You'll be running around here. It takes quite a bit still. Even though it's a higher rated server, it's still going to take you a while. But definitely a cool little mount. It looks like a level 40 mount, but actually travels at 100% speed, just like an epic mount. So that's kind of neat. It's like a one of a kind looking thing. Death Charger's Reigns. That one comes out of oh crap, not Skull. I'm gonna say Skullman. Stratholme, the original Stratholme, not the 5-man instance, not the RDF. Stratholme, the old level 60 Stratholme. You'll be able to find that out in the Plaguelands. Let's go ahead and zoom out. So you're going to go to Eastern Plaguelands, and it's up here, Stratholme. It's quite a run, and if it's going to help if you do a full run, get the key over to the side here. You're going to be able to get to the key. It's going to allow you to farm a hell of a lot faster after you get the key by running through Stratholme. I would suggest you run through the entire Stratholme. Get used to it. Once you get the key, you're only going to need to knock out. If you could stealth, it's great. Having a stealth character farming stuff is insanely easy. Makes things easier rather. Brewfast mount. That's from from the world event for Brewfest. So that's in October. So Murky. Somebody apparently that was tradable and that got traded to me. And you could trade it right back to people. So it's like one of those pets you could pass around. But pet, not a mount, pet. Reigns of the Ravenlord. If you are a druid and you want to start the druid quest for all this bullshit, it's easy enough. Just Google it. I'm not going to go through every single thing in there. I don't think the quest is working 100% as intended. That doesn't mean that it breaks at random times too. I remember the second time I went to go do it on my other druid on this account. It was actually broken at the time, and you couldn't even do the part where you have to go to those 3 different places out in Outland, and it was bugged there. So it depends. It seems like every other month it gets bugged. But Reigns of the Ravenlord, that's from Sethek Halls. You're going to go there. You need to get your lower city rep all the way up if you're a druid, and then you get to go in heroic, and you'll be able to summon the Ravenlord. I do have a YouTube video on me getting it, so if you're looking for the location where to summon him at, I think there's actually 2 videos on me getting it, one in Molten and one here. Definitely go check that out. It's a pretty easy farm. It's going to take a while. This character sucks for getting decent drops. I've been farming stuff for quite some time. Swiftroy Hawkstrider is from Magister's Terrace. That is out in the Isle of Quellanas. If you've never been there before, it's this little island way up here. This is where the dailies were. This is where Sunwell is. You're going to go up here, and here's Magister's Terrace. As soon as you get in there, you'll see it should be up the left-hand side. of the map, the upper left-hand side, you're going to follow this path. You'll go right into Magistrate's Terrace. It's a 5-man normal, which you're going to have to farm rep for to unlock the heroic, so you can get the key to open heroic mode. Once you get in heroic mode, you're going to be farming the last boss, and this boss is actually, if you're a DPS, it could be kind of a problem unless you have some way to get around the mechanic of him throwing you there, and there's just a lot of damage even at level 70. That boss on heroic is really, really hard. The first two, not so much, but definitely the last boss, Kael'thas, is definitely pretty hard, and you're going to want to nuke him as fast. Or if you have a tank, or if you're a healer, or you have an off-spec where you can heal and just do a little bit of DPS, definitely a great idea to go in there. That was actually one of the easier ones for me to farm. It dropped pretty quickly. I maybe ran it maybe 10 times before it dropped. The problems I've been having are trying to get the ones from ZG to drop. So it's another classic instance. Let's go to classic, and let's go to ZG. No, the one I'm having a problem dropping is the Swift Raptor, whatever, Razashi Raptor. I'm having that one. I actually had that one in retail, but for whatever reason it will not drop here. I don't know. High Priest, I actually just got this just the other day. High Priest, so there's 2 mounts you could farm out of ZG. There's quite a few other mounts too. There's the BC one in oh goodness, if I can even remember what the name of it is. Where is it? Zul'Amat. There we go. There's the timed run in ZA where you can get the bear. I can't remember the name of the bear. Let me see if they actually have it in the loot table. Timed reward chest. Here we go. Thought it was in here. Maybe you get it automatically. I can't quite remember what it is. I haven't done that since, God, the Molten days. But anyways, it's not under Zul'Jin. Anyways, there's that one you can pick up there, the bear one. There's quite a few you can get out of AQ40. The red one is the rarest one. So let's go ahead and just open my mounts real quick. If you guys know what the time quest is for ZA, let me know. I can't remember. It's been forever since I've done it. So you can get the blue, the yellow, and the green mounts out of AQ40. There's 4 mounts right there. Where's the yellow? Did I already pass it? No, there it is. The last one. The red one being the rarest out of all of those. The albino drake. I can't remember what the hell is the albino. Is the albino drake from doing all the quests in Dungeons and Raids? No, that's the red proto drake for Glory of the Hero. Or there's another one. Red proto drake is Glory of the Hero. I don't even remember what the white one's for. What's the white albino one for? I can't even remember. Armored brown bear. A lot of these can be bought outside of Stormwind. If you go to the Dwarven, I believe it's the Dwarven district, is it not? God, I'm terrible at this game. You'd think I'd know this stuff after running around all these years, or at least try to make a video where I don't have to, like... No, you go into Old Town, you come up right about here. There's a vendor right outside the door where the PvP, you can buy the old school PvP items, you can trade your honor in for gems. There's a vendor right outside to the left of that door. I believe there's 5 different mounts that they sell for the PvP ones. There's ones that are... There's the Stormpike Battle Mount, the one out in Alterac Valley. You can buy out there with honor. The Armored Brown... The Black War Bear is from doing... let me go into PvP. For the Alliance, killing all the War Chiefs of the Horde, and vice versa for the Horde if you're playing Horde, by the way. It's kind of the same thing. Let's see here. The Black War Mammoth is actually there's some of the mounts you can buy here. The one I'm currently on with the vendors on it is actually right around the corner here. We'll go over there. And then each faction, Darnassus, you know, all the major factions. Here's the vendor right here, the exotic mount vendor. There's going to be a lot of things you can buy here. The Reigns of the Armored Black Bear, or Brown Bear, excuse me, is here. There's tons of mounts in here. Ooh, I don't even have this one. Reigns of the... Oh my goodness, they changed the price on that again. The Traveler's Tundra Mammoth. That used to be like 40,000. When I bought it back in the day, it was 40,000 gold. Those when actually gold meant something. But tons of mounts in here to buy and get. If you're looking to buy mounts here, if you got the gold, get them. Definitely suggest it. Reigns of the Woolly Mammoth is also here, and that was actually 200 emblems of heroism. Let's see here. There's a difference between, even though they have the same tooltip, there's a difference. The Blue Drake mount is actually from going to the Oculus at the end. If you have to go to the chest, when you loot something, you know how it pops up, either disenchant, greed, or need. It will not give you the bag, so you need to go to the chest and loot it, and then you will get the bag from the end boss. And in there, you have a chance to get the blue mount, or the Blue Drake mount. Always good to know. Here's again the blue Mechanostrider. All the Mechanostriders are right outside of Ironforge, down to the left. That's all reputation with Ironforge. Then you have your reputation with Stormwind. That's how you get all your horses. Talbucks. I can't even remember where the fuck the Talbucks came from. To be honest, that's one of the reputations out in Outland. I can't remember which one. All of a sudden, somebody help me with the reputation. It's been years since I've done reps because I got all those out of the way first. God, I can't remember. There's quite a few. Exalted status with Netherwing, that is out. Oh my God, it's been that long since I've been out here. You're gonna come out to Netherstorm. No, it's not Netherstorm. Netherwing Ledge is out here in Shadowmoon Valley. There's a quest. You'll come over here, do all the BS. You'll get the mounts once you hit Exalted with them. Tons of mounts there. All the Nether Drakes that you see me have. Flying high over Exalted status with the Shatari Skyguard. That is actually in Terakar Forest. That I do know. See, I know something. I remember one of them. That's up here at Skedis. You'll get a quest for it, I believe, right outside here at Illyrian Stronghold to go up there. Or you might be able just to come straight here. I can't quite remember the quest line for it. But either way, do the dailies up here. Keep doing your dailies. Grind out the rep. And then you'll have a chance to buy all the Nether Wings in the game from them. I don't believe there's any mounts with the Shattered Sun Offensive. However, there is a title with them. I'm not sure about the Violet Eye, Sporagar. I thought one of them had like an egg hatching thing, but I can't remember. The Cenarian War Hippogriff. This one is actually in Zangra Marsh. You have to get your Cenarian rep up. And you're going to come out here to Cenarian Refuge. There'll be a vendor out there. You'll talk to the Cenarian rep vendor, and you'll be able to purchase that mount. It's kind of a unique mount. Really different, for sure. Grandice, let's see. Some of this stuff I can kind of go through on this page, too. There is a mount with the Oracles. If you have Exalted status with the Oracles, and you go through and purchase an egg, I believe it's a once-a-week thing. Excuse me. It is a once-a-week thing. I'm going to do it again. Wow. All right. And you get to open it once a week, and then it's on a week cooldown, and that is for the green Proto-Drake. Something like that. I can't... let's see here. Reputation factions. Again, this is where Atlas loot comes in amazingly. Awesome. Reigns of the Green Proto-Drake from the Cracked Egg. You can also get all these things from the Cracked Egg as well. You get the food, or you can get pets out of there. Again, easy thing to pick up weekly. If you get the pets, I believe these pets are sellable in the auction house. So it's another good way to make some money, although they probably are pretty flooded. I believe the Proto-Drake Whelp probably be your best sell right there. But yeah, you get some mounts and some pets. So if you're working on both of them, it's a great way to knock out two birds with one stone. Moving down the list on some of the pets that I've got. Let's see here. There's the Cenarian War Hippogriff, by the way. So in the Cenarian Refuge. Great Elec, you'll have to go outside of... By the way, if you're not familiar, you have to go to Tedrasil to get all of the tigers. You'll have to come out here to the Exodar to get all their rep up, and their vendor is right outside for all of the elephants. The same thing with the dwarfs and Ironforge. There's the Brewfest Coda from Brewfest. The chopper can be bought in the auction house. I don't know what the price is now. I think I bought that one cheap. I think the last time I looked, maybe like 16,000. They're probably lower now with the gold squish in place. I'm not quite sure. Ice Brown Frostbrewed Vanquisher. Another one of my favorite mounts. I really loved it. Actually, we were realm first in getting these on my druid, and my druid never did get lighted on. It was my DK that did. So the other guild ended up getting realm first Frostbrood, and the one which, for whatever that matter, we were the first one to get all the achievements done. But a really cool mount. I just wish it kind of looked more like the dragons out in Dragonblight. The way they look, that looks cool. Anyways, there's another Onyxian. Here's the Onyxian Drake. This comes from Onyxia 25 man. It is a random drop. It happens to drop. If you get it, roll on it, need it, go for it. It is a cool looking mount. I do mount it every once in a while. This is going to be a gay stream. I mount things. There's the Raven Lord, by the way, which I hate that they made it a buyable thing now in the auction house. That is just ridiculous. It should be a druid special thing. Just like, we can't go and get warlock horses, and we can't go and get paladin horses, and I don't think they should have been able to get druid mounts either. That's fucking stupid in my mind, but what do I know? The Red Drake is from doing, what's that stupid faction? It's out in Dragonblight. Whatever faction's out in Dragonblight. Shit. What is it? Somebody's gonna, the Worm Rust Accord. There you go. Worm Rust Accord. That's from getting the Exalted. You can just go out there and buy it. It's actually relatively cheap, maybe like 200 gold, maybe 300. I can't quite remember on the price of it, but really easy mount to get, by the way. You can do that just by running through your 5-man dungeons, getting rep up by wearing the tabard. You can go purchase the tabard to get more rep towards that faction. That's also a cool thing. Make sure you're wearing the tabard if you get it, especially in the Wrath part of it. Rivendare's Death Charger, we already talked about him. Rusted Pro Drake is Udlar achievements in 10-man. The Ironbound, I think I might have passed the Ironbound. Yes, Ironbound is the achievements in 25-man. Now, I eventually did finish off the Ironbound. I actually have 2 of them. I think one's still sitting in my bank because I heard it says already known. Talbucks, I can't remember for the life of me where the Talbucks come from. I don't. Somebody shoot me for not remembering that. The one from Magister's Terrace, the Swift-Right Hawkstrider. I believe one of these should be the black. Nope, that's not going to be it. But a couple of these are from the Alliance vendor, the PvP vendor outside of Stormwind, like I was talking about, right outside Old Town. All right, so moving on. Don't think there's anything special here. Now we're getting to the ones. This is the one from ZG. My favorite, well, one of my favorites, definitely in my top 3, is the Twilight Drake mount. This is from 25-man Sarth. He also has a 10-man version, which looks black and orange, just like this one here. Same base model as this one and the ones in page 1. They're all the same base model. They're all the Bronze Drake. I forgot about that. This one is in the Strathholm run for the 5-man, and the new one, the new Strathholm, where you go back in time to the Caverns of Time. This is pretty easy to get. Most RDF groups get this. There's kind of I wouldn't say a secret boss, but a optional boss kind of right before you get to pull Mal'Ganis. And you notice when you're in there should be a timer pop up. If you get to that boss and pull him and kill him before the timer ends, you still get you'll get the Bronze Drake, and you'll be able to roll on that. I didn't realize I passed that. But anyway, same base model as all these albinos, but the Twilight just looks really, really neat. If I can get out here and just show you guys real quick, I just love the Twilight Drake. It's one of the harder drakes to get because you're going against 25 people to get it, and people will go bananas over it. I love this mount. It just looks great when you're flying it. It just looks amazing. Yeah, love that mount. Let's see what else. There's the Winter Spring Frost Saber, the one I was telling you about, that you have to go out into Frost Saber Rock and start doing the quests out there. Purple striped, like I said, it looks like a level 40 mount, but it does travel at 100% speed. So that's a really neat mount. And then the Woolly Mammoths, the Travelers Mammoths. There's also the Mammoths from doing the Reputation before I forget. And there's a Sons of Hodir one. I believe those are different. Sons of Hodir and Storm Peaks over here by Dun Niflheim. Once you get your reputation up with them and get it maxed out, there is a vendor out there who you can buy it might be just one mount. I think you can buy out there, maybe more. Can't quite remember. So yeah, those are just some of the mounts, some of the places to look for. Again, guys, Atlas loot is key to this. There's a lot of mounts still that I have yet to get. There's the ones from the Argent tournament that I'm currently not really actively working on, but I'm half working on getting those, farming those out, and getting that done. There's still quite a few of them that I haven't talked about. Good grief, I couldn't even begin to. I'm trying to think of some of the ones that. There's the one in Karazhan, the one out in Deadwind Pass that I've been farming for a while. Haven't been able to get it to drop. By the way, for those of you who don't know Deadwind Pass, Karazhan's right here. It's out by Duskwood, in between Swamp of Sorrows. That little run that you do through that dark area, yeah, down here, first boss. It's really easy to get in here. You don't even. All you have to do is have a raid group to hop in here. I should have mentioned that too. If you're planning on soloing this, make sure you have an alt account or somebody who's just willing to be in group with you or log off or whatever, and so you can have a raid group. The one in Kara, you do not need a key to get in. If people want a video on how to get in there, I will more than gladly make that video. It's a very simple way to get in there. Basically, you mount up, you go around the back, you'll jump up, and you fall straight down. You'll see a smiley face, and you see the little swirling portal where you would normally go into an instance. Just head towards that, and you'll be in the instance. Click on the door, and you're in. That was a retail bug that is still bugged here, so yeah, great, amazing. There's also Ashes of Alar from TK. One of the it is a neat looking mount. I had it here on Warmane before the meltdown, and I don't know, it just seemed like everyone it seems like everyone has that mount, or at least it's a little overbearing. It's a great mount, probably one of the cooler looking mounts in the game, without a doubt. It's in the eye, isn't it? And Ashes of Alar. If you've never done Alar, it is Kael'thas drops it, but it is it has a very low drop rate. First of all, second of all, it is a very neat mount. Just yeah, I would never farm that mount ever. Kael'thas, you're gonna have to take some people in to do it. It's not soloable at all. So yeah, don't even try that. I know there's a few mounts I'm missing, guys. If you know what they are and you want to add them into the comment section, please add them in there. I'm just trying to go through the ones that I have and where I'm going with it right now. The quickest way to 100 is honestly get all the ones from Darnassus, Ironforge, Stormwind. Get your reps up with all the main factions in the game, and you're talking. I think there's 6 mounts, if I'm not mistaken. 3 of the slow ones and 3 of the fast ones that you can buy. So 6 times 4, you got 24 mounts right there. You're already almost damn near a quarter of the way to 100 just doing those factions right there, the normal factions in the game: Stormwind, Darnassus, Ironforge. In the gnomes and whatnot. Those are pretty easy to get caught up on, and getting mounts from those. There's also there's one from Malagos. I have never seen it drop here on Warmane, and nobody really runs Malagos. So, yeah. There's one from Malagos. Sarth 10-man's got one. There's also one from TOGC, 10-man. You get the Argent Warhorse. There's that one. Now I'm sitting here trying to think of any other ones, but I'm not going to spend the whole video thinking, because I'm old and I don't give a fuck. But yeah, for those of you guys who wanted this, the videos out there, if you have any questions, comments, you can always ask me in game, ask me in Discord, ask somebody else who has more knowledge than me about farming mounts. In all honesty, if you're I like to farm my mounts. A lot of people will buy them, and I know there's a lot of people who do farm them as well. But I think I'd like to kind of think of myself as like there's the blue proto drake that is from our pinnacle, by the way. Forgot about that one. From Scotty. Actually, it's a random drop. I think it's got a pretty low drop rate, but it does drop. But yeah, anything you guys want to know, just ask me. And I like I said, I love to farm my stuff. I like to get it. For the most part, I like to farm that hard stuff. Just grind it out here and there. It gives me something to do in the game, other than just logging in, bashing everybody, being old, and playing ICC 25. There goes the Sarthman, the 10-man Sarth one, by the way. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you later.